Well, welcome back everybody. My name's Andrew and you're watching the Kelly's Country Life. So today we don't have a whole lot of time, but we need to knock out something that's very important. Just got back from running to a big city and purchasing all the windows for the house. Well, almost all of them. There's a couple custom windows that we have to get later. That won't be a problem. So it doesn't leave me much left to do today. And we've got a lot of rain on the radar and they're calling for a bunch of rain over the next few days. So one thing that would be really good to do before all that rain hits is get some grass seed on a lot of these bare spots. Let me show you what we're working with. All right, so if y'all been watching the channel, you know we are in the middle of a pole barn house build and the yard has just been absolutely destroyed by concrete trucks and other heavy equipment. So what I've been hauling sand and dirt in the yard, patching a lot of these deep ruts so I don't beat myself off the lawnmower literally. And it doesn't look good, I'll admit that. But what we're going to do, I've done this before, we're going to put some grass seed down today. A lot of this stuff has a little bit of clay mixture in it, so it's very hard packed. Just throwing seed straight on top, it's not going to give you a very good success rate or good germination. So we're going to go out and cover all these areas that you're seeing here, including this old pole barn area that's got a few patches in it. But a lot of what you're seeing is where we're driving in and killing the grass. So we're going to put some seed out. Then we're going to hook up to the disc on the tractor, lightly disc this in. We don't want to cover this tiny seed much. And then most important, we're going to pull a roller packer right behind that set of disc, pack this back down with the seed in the soil. I am not going to get anything around the house because I am still going to order a few dump truck loads of dirt there. We're going to have a video later where we're going to grade around the house. And I want to put some more of that richer clay topsoil that you're seeing there instead of that sand. I think it'll really help the grass grow. Plus, like I said, we got to slope a whole lot better than we're doing. I need several more dump truck loads of dirt. So the key is today, let's get some seed on the ground. Let's use the tractor for a little bit. I always enjoy that. Get this stuff covered up, and all this rain that's coming, maybe we'll have some grass here in a few months. So I went out and bought a 50-pound bag of grass seed that we use here. The type of grass seed that I planted this entire property in is TIF9 Bahia, or Tifton 9. It's basically a modified Pensacola Bahia. It grows really fast, it's very strong, very drought resistant, disease resistant, but it does require a lot of mowing because it grows so fast. Personally, I don't mind mowing. I wanted a nice tough grass that I didn't have to baby all the time. Now the reason I got so much was because one, I got a really good deal on a 50-pound bag, way more than I need here. But two, later on we'll install our septic system and drain field. That may be much later, maybe next winter before that's done. The person that we're going to have to do that's just too booked up right now. So we'll have other areas of the yard to cover up. Not to mention, we want to plant grass seed all the way around the house once I get done doing all that dirt leveling that I was just telling you about. So if you've never seen it before, this is what Bahia grass seed looks like. I know. You're wondering what in the heck is this guy doing? Just bear with me a minute, I'll explain. Oh, I'm never gonna live this one down. All right. Let's address the elephant in the room. What the heck am I doing to my building? Well, my OCD has a little bit of a problem with something, and we're going to address it today because all that is coming for the next many days. They're talking 80 to 90% chances of rain, a lot coming, and that's a problem because I don't have any gutters, and I cannot put gutters on this building until it is completely sided, painted, trimmed, ready to go. So the issue that I'm having and will continue to have is that rain falls way off the roof up there, 12 feet, beats into this sand and dirt, washes the sand away, knocks dirt all back in the building, keeps my lumber wet. And one other thing that I'm trying to avoid here is I want to keep this ground dry until I can get these gutters in. Because a lot of people ask, aren't you concerned about post rot? Of course, always. I will the rest of the time that we own this home. But probably the biggest number one thing that you can do, preventative thing that you can do for post rot, is get water away from the building. Gutters are critical for that. Sloping the dirt away from the building, critical to that. We will never allow water to puddle up against this building, and we're going to run it away with gutters. Sadly, it's just going to be a little while before I can get to that. So this was a quick fix. This was some old tin that I had from the last barn that got blew down by the tornado, and this was out of my scrap pile. It's bent, buckled, screws were ripped and torn through it, so big holes, cracks all in it. It's really not very good tin. I have a whole nother stack down there of salvage tin that I'm considering good. It's just got 24-inch on center holes in it, but it'll be perfect for things down the road like chicken coops or animal shelters, etc. So I knew I wanted to save all this scrap tin a while back for something. I didn't know what it would be, but I hung on to it even though it's been up so bad it needs to go to the dump. This is perfect for it. I wish I could take credit for this, but I was talking with my father one day about my concerns of all this rainwater beating off, keeping the dirt wet, post wet, plus constantly putting mud up on the building. And he's the one that said, wait a minute, don't you have all that tin? Why don't you go get it? I said, that's a great idea. Because I was considering doing, what do they call that grass that you cut up? Can't think straight. Sod, yes. I was considering buying sod, which is money thrown away because I don't want sod here. I want to do grass seed to match the yard, and trying to have something down here that the rainwater beat on. Consider doing gravel, but then gravel just is going to keep the ground soaking wet, not water back up everywhere, keep the post wet. This will actually keep the dirt underneath relatively dry, run the water off. It'll run a couple different directions off. It's not perfect, but the way that I also have this bent and shaped, it'll splash the water out this direction, not back up in the building. So some of y'all may be laughing your butts off right now going, this guy does have issues. Or some of y'all may be going, good idea. Hopefully it's the latter there. But all this is about is for all the rain that Florida typically gets and trying to keep the inside of my building not getting beat full of mud, water, keeping the ground soaking wet there and the post wet, and constantly washing dirt away that I'm trying to pack up. So what I'll do now, once I get some dump truck loads of dirt in, I'll come out here and start feathering this and leveling it, plant me some grass seed here, and once the house is completely done, we'll pull this tin up, level that last little bit of dirt, and we'll have to replant grass seed right there to kind of do our finishing touches for the house. And we may wind up doing shrubbery or something there. It could work out perfect that no grass is there. So if you look around the yard behind me, it looks like armadillos, my favorite creature. Not really. It's been digging all up in the yard while we run over with the disc and then the packer. That is okay, no problem at all, because once we get all this rain they're calling for, that gets leveled out and look beautiful. Now we have most of the grass seed covered up. We're gonna let Mother Nature do its thing. We're not instantly gonna have grass. It doesn't grow like that and that thick, but over the next few months, I think y'all will start seeing all of this dirt vanishing, disappearing, and greenery coming up through it. We've did it before. I know it works. Hopefully the sand will grow grass okay, because all the times before it's been this nice clay material, but time will tell. I'm looking forward to getting a yard back here. So videos will be spotty over the next few days because day after day after day of heavy rain chances. I'm not going to be pulling tools out here and raising walls if it's blowing in sideways and risking getting everything wet. We'll find a few things to work on around the place here. We'll get videos out to you as quick as we can. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this one.